A new poll shows the Palaszczuk government's popularity has taken a hit. The Newscorp ReachTEL poll shows support for Labor in the state's north has dropped to 27.6% to the LNP's 28.8%. One Nation has also sapped support from the major parties in the southeast. Statewide, the LNP leads Labor 51 to 49% two-party preferred. It suggests the government has a difficult job in the lead-up to the next election. It will need to boost jobs in North Queensland while still appealing to the Green vote in inner-city Brisbane. Josh Bavis takes a look at the opposing forces pressing both sides of the party.
Forget origin and state against state. In Queensland, economically, it's north against south. The unemployment rate in Townsville is more than 2.5 times that of inner-city Brisbane. And the divide is clear.
The regions and regional voters are very much sceptical of politics in the southeast, and they feel that Queensland's being governed by Brisbane.
Former journalist and LNP candidate Casey Scott lives in Townsville's West End.
North Queensland is a fantastic place to live, but you need to be able to work. You need to be able to have meaningful employment.
While millions of dollars are being rolled out for the new Townsville Stadium, there are still concerns for long-term economic prospects. Resources giant Glencore says up to 2,000 jobs are at risk at its operations in Townsville and Mount Isa because of energy troubles.
It's extremely serious. We cannot afford to lose those jobs out at Glencore. The city is already hurting and the people here are hurting.
Just days ago, the Premier announced almost $400 million will be spent on power needs in the north, including $150 million for a transmission line to connect renewable energy projects and $200 million for a hydro plant at the Burdekin Falls Dam. But the controversy over the proposed Adani coal mine is symptomatic of the government's dilemma.
We've had a range of concerns raised by constituents to us. We've been addressing those concerns. We've also been talking to the Premier and the ministers around what those concerns are. But we've certainly had a lot of support around Adani.
Of course, mining jobs are important to our state as well. We know how important that is. But we have got the energy mix right.
In pockets of Brisbane, the government is fending off a green challenge.
Adani is certainly one of many issues that people are concerned about here in South Brisbane, and people have been really unsatisfied with the infighting that's been going on.
In the southern West End, some voters say it's time for a Green MP.
And I'd say that because I think they're more inclined to be environmentally friendly and they put pressure on the other parties.
Oh, I'd say a Green. Labor's just as bad as LNP nowadays. It doesn't make a difference between them.
The Greens say they only need to swing 450 voters to steal the seat from the Deputy Premier, the leader of Labor's left.
People really want a representative who's going to be standing up for them, who's going to be talking about the issues that they care about, is going to be standing up for people and not capitulating to big business, to property developers or big companies like Adani.
Look, that's democracy. I'm looking forward to putting my track record to the people of South Brisbane and right throughout Queensland.
But as a minority government, there are a few seats to play with.
There are more seats outside the Brisbane metropolitan area than there are in the Brisbane metropolitan area. So if you're the leader of a city-centric party and you win all the seats in Brisbane, that's still not enough to rule Queensland.
And if last week's big spending commitment in the north is anything to go by, the voters there could end up being the real winners. Josh Bavis, ABC News, Brisbane.